Hey, can I be real with you for a moment? Life doesn't hand out a perfect roadmap. We all get stuck, overwhelmed, or simply feel like we're running in circles. I've been there more times than I care to admit. But what if I told you, just 5 simple habits completely flipped my world upside down? In the best way possible? I'm not talking about some magic trick or overnight success formula. Nope. These are practical, everyday habits that anyone can start today, and that quietly but powerfully shape your entire life over time.
Preview. Preview.
Let me take you through my journey, the ups, the downs, and how these 5 habits didn't just improve my productivity or get me organized. They changed me from the inside out. Habit 1. The power of starting small. I used to think big goals were the answer. I'd set these massive, intimidating targets, run a marathon, write a book, launch a business, and then immediately feel crushed under the weight of them. Then one day I stumbled on this idea of starting small, like really small. So instead of promising myself an hour of exercise every day, I told myself just to put on my running shoes and step outside. That was it. You won't believe how powerful that tiny step was. On that first day, I didn't run a mile. I didn't even jog. I just stood outside with my shoes on. But then, the next day, I jogged for 2 minutes. The day after, 5 minutes. What changed? The mental barrier cracked. The huge mountain suddenly looked more like a small hill. This habit, starting with tiny, manageable actions, is a game changer. It builds momentum. It defeats overwhelm. And it's how big changes really get made. Maybe you want to start journaling, waking up earlier, or learning a new skill. Don't aim for the stars on day 1. Just aim to show up, even if it's just for 2 minutes. It's like telling your brain, hey, I'm here, I'm ready. Habit 2. Consistency over perfection. Okay, this one was brutal for me. I used to be obsessed with doing everything perfectly. I would plan my day down to the last minute, then beat myself up when I slipped up even once. Missed a workout? Felt like a failure. Forgot to journal? I'd quit for the week. But here's the truth. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. What I learned was to focus on consistency. Showing up day after day, instead of flawless execution. Even if I had a messy day, I reminded myself that one day doesn't erase progress. One of the best things I ever did was create a simple consistency tracker. Just a piece of paper where I'd check off every day I did my habit, no matter how small the effort was. Seeing those checks add up was incredibly motivating. It made me realize that progress is a series of small steps, not giant leaps. So if you feel like giving up because things aren't perfect, remember, consistency beats perfection every single time. Chotins. Habit 3. Morning rituals that set the tone. Before I found this habit, my mornings were chaos. I'd wake up late, scroll through my phone for 30 minutes, rush through breakfast, and then feel behind all day. Sound familiar? Then I started experimenting with a simple morning ritual. Nothing fancy, just 3 things. 1. Drinking a glass of water. 2. Spending 5 minutes stretching or doing light movement. 3. Writing down 3 things I was grateful for. At first, I thought it was just a small routine, but the impact was massive. Suddenly, my mind was clearer. I felt more energized. And my whole day started on a positive note instead of a stressful one. This habit isn't about how early you wake up or how intense your routine is. It's about intentionally starting your day with actions that ground you. Try it tomorrow. Wake up, drink water, stretch a little, and jot down a few things you appreciate. It sounds simple, but I promise it'll change how you feel. Habit 4. Learning to say no without guilt. This one took me years to truly master, and honestly, I'd go so far as to say it might be the most life-changing habit of all. For such a long time, I was the classic yes person. Whenever someone asked for help, support, or even just a favor, I would say yes, no matter how little time or energy I actually had. I'd overcommit myself to the point of exhaustion, pushing my own needs aside. And then, of course, I'd find myself drained, overwhelmed, and stuck in a cycle of burnout, wondering why I couldn't seem to get ahead or find balance. Learning to say no, though, wasn't easy. I worried constantly. What if I disappointed someone? What if I missed out on an opportunity? What if saying no made me come across as rude or unkind? Those fears kept me stuck in saying yes, even when my gut was screaming otherwise. But here's the beautiful secret I discovered. Saying no to others actually means saying yes to yourself. It's not selfish. It's essential self-care. Once I began setting healthy boundaries and honoring my own time and energy, everything changed. My productivity skyrocketed because
Preview. Preview. Preview.
But as days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, this small habit grew into a powerful tool for growth and understanding. I began to notice patterns emerging. When my energy was at its peak, what kinds of tasks drained me, and what moments brought me the most joy or fulfillment. This daily reflection deepened my self-awareness in ways I never expected. It helped me catch little issues early on, before they snowballed into bigger problems. I learned to listen more closely to my needs and adjust my actions accordingly. Even more importantly, this habit taught me compassion for myself. I learned to celebrate even the smallest wins with genuine gratitude, and to forgive myself when things didn't go perfectly instead of falling into a cycle of self-criticism. If you're serious about growth, whether personal, professional, or emotional, reflection is absolutely key. It's like looking into a mirror, but instead of just seeing your physical self, you're seeing your mind and heart clearly. Try carving out a few minutes each evening for journaling or simply sitting quietly and reviewing your day. It's a small, manageable habit, but one that carries huge rewards over time. How these habits worked together to change my life. When I started practicing these 5 habits, I didn't expect immediate miracles. Honestly, at first it felt like I was just trying stuff. But over weeks and months, I noticed something incredible. Life started to feel more manageable, joyful, and purposeful. Starting small helped me overcome fear and inertia. Consistency gave me momentum and resilience. Morning rituals set a positive tone. Saying no created space and boundaries. Reflecting daily made me smarter about my own habits and feelings. Together, these habits created a foundation, a mindset shift that rippled through every part of my life. I became more productive at work, more present with friends and family, and more confident in my own skin. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, I want you to know this. Change doesn't have to be huge or complicated. It just needs to be consistent, intentional, and kind. Let's talk real. The struggles are real. I'm far from perfect.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Failure has been achieved, thank God.
In fact, I still have plenty of days when I completely miss my habits. Days when procrastination wins, when I say yes to things I really should have declined, or when exhaustion takes over and I skip my daily reflection altogether. And you know what? That's absolutely okay. The real magic doesn't lie in never slipping up. It lies in having the strength to come back to your habits, time and time again, without beating yourself up or drowning in guilt. Because here's the honest truth. Building new habits isn't a neat, linear journey. It's messy. It's full of ups and downs. It's less like walking a straight path and more like dancing. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward, sometimes 1 step back. You stumble, you get back up, and you keep moving. The setbacks aren't failures. They're part of the process. What truly matters is that you don't give up.
The hardest thing in life is figuring out who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. And once you figure that out, you wake up every day and you work toward it. it's impossible for you to fail if you know who you are.
That you keep showing up, even on the tough days when motivation feels distant and progress seems slow. That persistence, that gentle kindness to yourself, is what turns small efforts into lasting change. So whenever you find yourself slipping, remember, it's all part of the journey. The most important thing is to keep going. You can start today. If you're wondering how to start, here's a quick challenge for you. Pick one of these 5 habits that speaks to you the most.
And are the guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? When you walk on that court,
Maybe it's starting small, or maybe it's learning to say no. Then commit to doing just one tiny thing related to that habit today. No pressure, no all-or-nothing mindset. Just one small step. That's all it takes. The journey is yours. Embrace it fully. The habits I've shared with you aren't some magic formula that worked only for me. They changed my life forever, yes? But here's the truth. Your journey will be uniquely yours. And honestly,
Never been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody looser. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous.
that's the most beautiful part of this whole process. No two paths look the same. What worked for me might need a little tweaking to fit your style, your schedule, your personality, and that's okay. The key is to listen to yourself, experiment, and find the habits and routines that truly resonate with you. Success isn't about blindly copying someone else's playbook. It's about creating your own. It's about embracing the small wins, even the tiniest ones, and celebrating them like the victories they are.
Seen that Bentley at the boxing gym, and I seen that diamond Rolex. I said, I want that. And I knew what it took. So I know when my opponent is asleep, I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, chopping trees, working, to this day.
It's about showing up for yourself every day, even on the days when motivation is low and progress feels slow. Because here's the secret most people overlook. The greatest success stories don't come from huge leaps or dramatic overnight changes. They come from tiny, consistent steps taken over time. Those small actions build momentum and confidence, quietly stacking up until suddenly, you look back and realize just how far you've come. That's the power of habits. They are the building.
Work. No results, but I'm a little bit better. Work. No results, I'm a little bit better. Work. Boom. Just got paid. I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success. Yeah. It's like, oh, shit, it happened in a year. No, bro, it doesn't.
Sacrifice temporary fun for permanent dreams, or sacrifice your permanent dreams for temporary fun. And
you have to learn how to fail.
Blocks of your transformation, shaping not only what you do, but who you become. So, are you ready to take that first small step? Are you ready to start your own journey one day at a time? Remember, it's your path, your pace, and your story. And I believe in you. If you found these insights helpful and want to keep growing together, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or follow me for more real, no fluff talk on habits, productivity, and success. Let's make meaningful change happen one small step at a time.